Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
For nearly 80 years, Security State Bank has been offering the financial services to meet personal and business needs. From starting your first checking account, getting a loan to build your business, or planning ahead with a retirement account, you'll find Security State Bank is there to help you reach your financial goals. For a strong financial partner to meet your needs, it's Security State Bank in Alexandria, Spencer, and Montrose. Member FDIC.
Well, back we come here to the Corn Palace, getting ready for a big showdown, Class A, Class B, and who else better but on his birthday to call this one, but my friend Rod Pattison. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready, Timmy. Thank you very much. Yep, this will be a great one today. Number 5 in Class A, St. Thomas More's Cavaliers coming in with a record of 8-2, and the Smet Bulldogs, the record of 9-2, ranked number 2 in Class B. Now, Tim mentioned during the last broadcast the pedigree of these two programs. Well, how about this? For St. Thomas More, they have qualified for 16 of the last 20 State A boys basketball tournaments. There's 16 since 2004. Meanwhile, DeSmet has been to 5 straight State B tournaments. They've won the last 3. The year before that, they were the top seed and were upset. And the year before that, they were runner-up in the state. So needless to say, Coach Jeff Gruenhagen has a tremendous program, as does Dave Hollenbeck as well. As far as St. Thomas More is concerned, they are 8 wins and 2 losses on the season. They started off with 3 wins against Wyoming teams. They defeated Worland, Wyoming, Torrington, Wyoming, and Buffalo, Wyoming. 2 of those games were close, 51-50 over Worland, 59-56 over Buffalo, and then really tore apart Torrington 47-12. They beat Douglas 45-42. They defeated Scottsbluff, Nebraska 36-34. Watertown from AA 63-47, and Belfouche 66-44. And they've lost 2 of their last 3. They lost against Minot, North Dakota 55-44. Lost to Custer 60-46, and then they're coming off of a win here on Tuesday against Lee Deadwood, and that's a 67-39 victory against the Gold Diggers. So that's how they get to their 8-2 mark. They're led in scoring by Turner Thompson, 6'5" senior forward, 13 points per ball game. Lee Negebauer at 10 points per ball game, their second leading scorer. But they are missing the services of Wyatt Glitton. He was averaging about 12 points a ball game when he went out with a knee injury. Not sure if he's going to be able to make it back this season or not, but they definitely will miss him the rest of the time that he is out with that injury. So again, they're going to have to find some offense other than Thompson and Negebauer. Baron Slusarski, 6-foot freshman, is going to be called upon in a starting role. And then Peyton Young, Chase Donnelly, Holden Griswold, and some guys will have to find some offense for the St. Thomas More Cavaliers. Now, as far as DeSmet is concerned, like we mentioned, the last 3 State B champions have resided in DeSmet, and their leading scorer is George Jensen, a 6'6" senior forward, being recruited for football, but he's a pretty good hoopster as well, 13 points, 6.5 rebounds. Grant Wilkinson comes from a pretty good pedigree, 12.3 points and 7.3 rebounds a ball game. His older brother Damon is at South Dakota State, and Wilkinson is a 6'8" sophomore. And then Caden Fast is one of 4 players on this team that were Class B All-State football players this year as well. Caden Fass, a 6'1 senior, averaging 10.2 points per ball game. And then one just shy of double figures is Tom Onbaugh. He is 9.9 points a ball game, 3.8 boards. But what's very, very impressive to me about Tom Onbaugh, 31 assists on the season. He's only turned the ball over 8 times. So he really takes very good care of the basketball, really runs the show very, very well. In fact, he was a hero last year in the State B championship game with 25 points to lead the way for DeSmet. Jeff Gruenhagen is the head coach and is assisted by Dustin Olson and others. Jeff is in his 7th season at DeSmet. 128 wins, 22 losses. And where did he learn how to coach? Well, he played for Marvelous Marv McCune back in 1984 through 87 and was part of that State B championship team for DeSmet back in 1987 as well. So what a matchup here as far as two of the more quality programs in the state of South Dakota, St. Thomas More and DeSmet. We'll get you starting lineups coming up here in just a little bit, but we're going to get ready for, we have the ball coming out of the ceiling, after the starters. So let's go to the starters. First of all, for St. Thomas More, they'll do an alternating introductions, I guess we're supposed to say. Number 5 is Peyton Young, a 6-foot senior guard averaging about 3 points per ball game. And for DeSmet, number 3, Tom Onbaugh, a 6-foot senior guard. For St. Thomas More, number 21 is Chase Donley, a 5'10 senior guard averaging about 4 points per ball game. And number 15 is Trace Van Rigamorter, a 6'4 senior forward averaging 6.6 points per ball game, leading them with 8.4 rebounds per contest. Number 30 is a 6'5 senior forward for St. Thomas More, Turner Thompson, 13 a game. And for DeSmet, number 21 is Caden Fast, a 6'1 senior, 10.2 points per ball game. For St. Thomas More, number 33 is Lee Negebauer, a 6'2 senior, averaging 10 points per ball game. And for DeSmet, number 23, Brett Carlson, and Britt is a 6'4 senior, averaging about 5.5 points per ball game. And for St. Thomas More, number 34, Baron Slusarski, a 6-foot freshman forward, and along with him will be number 33, George Jensen, a 6'6 senior forward, averaging 13 points per ball game. We talk about St. Thomas More's schedule, and the DeSmet Bulldogs have 2 losses on the season. 4th game of the year, they lost to Del Rapids St. Mary's, who we'll see later on tonight, and their only other loss came to Hamlin, who we'll also see later on tonight, 64-46. Otherwise, they have, again, both teams have had great seasons thus far halfway through it.
Well, I know you talked about it before, but that's a tough loss for St. Thomas More. You lose your best player in the point guard in Negebauer. I was just talking to Tony Young, Mitchell native Tony Young, who's the assistant coach over on that side, and he said, he was the whole leader for us on the floor, averaging over 20 points a game, and you take somebody like that out, it's pretty tough to fill in. But they look to the future too. They've got some young guys for St. Thomas More that they're looking to next year for him, but they're not the same team that they would have been, obviously, and you hate to see that happen to anybody.
Yep, indeed.
And then I have a question, but you maybe don't know, but that Slusarski name is very familiar. There was a Mitch Slusarski that played for South Dakota Tech that really could shoot the ball. I gotta believe that might be his son.
Well, one of the assistant coaches for St. Thomas More is sitting next to me, so
we'll find out.
We get a break, I will find out.
Very good.
All right, St. Thomas More with a basketball in their home white jerseys. They'll shoot at the basket to your right as you look at it on your computer screen, your phone, your whatever device that you're enjoying the ball games on today. DeSmet in a man-to-man defense in their maroon jerseys, working the perimeter a little bit. There's Peyton Young. They'll give it off now to Donnelly, who comes across. Looking down inside, here's Lee Negebauer, puts it up, no good, and Van Rigamorter will clear his first rebound. So DeSmet will bring it front court with a basketball. Tom Onbaugh, like we mentioned, very impressive numbers, 31 assists, only 8 turnovers on the season, and nice move inside. George Jensen will score his first basket of the day, averaging 13 points per ball game underneath the hoop, and DeSmet is on the board first. Here's Donnelly with it in the corner. Long three-pointer off the mark. No good by Turner Thompson. But St. Thomas More with a backside rebound, and Sularski will bring it back out front, and they'll reset the offense. Just underway, Smet 2, St. Thomas More nothing. Game number 4 of 8 today in this basketball buffet here at the Corn Palace. Good defense by the Bulldogs, and coming out to reset again, Donnelly down to 13 on the shot clock, so no panic time quite yet. Sularski dumps the ball down low, looking for Negebauer, trying to back his way down. Negebauer, tough shot, off balance, no good. Rebound tipped a couple of times. St. Thomas More again with an offensive rebound. This time, short jumper good by Peyton Young. So Young, speaking of Young, Tony Young, former Mitchell Colonel, is one of the assistant coaches for St. Thomas More. And I'll check with the assistant next to me if that's a relation, a son or not. Smet turns it over. St. Thomas More brings it front court. 2-2, 2 minutes in. Here's Young with it. Drives, hangs in the air, uses his body to shield off the defender. Can't knock down the shot. Van Rigemorter will clear it. So here come the Bulldogs front court. I want to tell you about our officiating crew when we get just a short stoppage. Second game in a row, we have a father-son duo. And there's our stoppage as Onbaugh throws it out of bounds. Game before ours, we had Steve and Tate Schoenfelder. This game, we have Josh Kemp, longtime official, and his young son, Jalen Kemp, doing the honors today. So Josh Kemp, Jalen Kemp, and Donnie Kaiser, who's old enough to be the grandfather of both of them.
A good one. I'm going to tell him you said that.
Oh, boy. All right, 2.5 minutes in. Cavaliers with the basketball. Up front, here's Peyton Young. Young looking up to the top of the key. Sularski for 3. That's going to be short. Rebound grabbed by Van Rigemorter. So again, 4th game in a row, a little bit of a slow start offensively. And now a turnover. Sularski will knock the ball away on a pass to the corner. And here's Young with it down the corner. His 3-pointer from the corner, no good. And rebound to the Bulldogs, and clearing that one is Jensen. Crossover dribble in the lane, hanging in the air, Onbaugh, score it, and 1.
Oh, nice move there. Good body control by Onbaugh. And a tough one to bank in, without a doubt. And it's been tough to get the ball in the basket. Both teams getting some decent looks, especially from the outside for the Cavaliers, but just not able to get them to go as we get our substitution here. Looks like Holden Griswold checking into the lineup for St. Thomas More.
Yeah, replacing Peyton Young. Holden is a 6'1" senior forward. And the free throw good by Onbaugh. Onbaugh, 68% free throw shooter coming into the weekend. And he gives his team a 5-2 advantage. Sularski, backcourt pressure, but does a nice job to spin away from it. And now he's going to throw the ball away. Turnover, gives it to the Bulldogs. Nice bounce pass down the lane, but Van Rigemorter couldn't control it. Had a golden opportunity, couldn't knock it down. Now here's a 3-pointer from the top by Carlson. Won't go. And we've called Sularski's name a lot here today, and he's a freshman. He's very active both ends of the floor. Here's Negebauer, his open 3, rims off, no good. And the rebound to Jensen. Onbaugh stops up front for Jensen. Carlson looking inside. Boy, big matchup today. Van Rigemorter against Thompson inside. Those are a couple of big dudes going at it today. Nice move in the lane. Spin move. Wouldn't stay. George Jensen did everything but convert. Heck of a move, but couldn't finish. And it stays 5-2. 3:40 to play in the opening quarter. Griswold to the bucket. Too strong. Might have been partially blocked. Well defended. Here come the Bulldogs front court. Onbaugh, pass to Van Rigemorter inside, turnaround fadeaway. That one won't go. Sularski clears and brings it front court.
Won't be setting any world records for shooting percentage in this first quarter.
Not to start with anyway.
But there's good defense being played, awfully good defense.
There's no doubt. Here's Griswold now for Donnelly. Griswold in the corner, and his pass is going to be intercepted and stolen by Caden Fast. Lead pass up the floor. Here's Jensen to the goal and scores.
And that was a great outlet pass by Fast. He just looked over his shoulder and flipped that ball down the floor to get that break going.
Yep, I think I said Carlson, but it was Carlson, not Jensen, excuse me. Now we have a whistle and the ball out of bounds. Young is back in. Griswold will leave. So Desmet will bring in a very large gentleman. Grant Wilkinson, 6'8" sophomore. Again, his older brother Damon is at South Dakota State.
Yeah, he wasn't small either, Rod.
No, not at all. That's a couple reasons why I mentioned the word buffet earlier today, because we got some big old leaders on the floor. Here's a jumper from the right baseline, up and no good by Thompson, and a foul.
Excuse me, foul there by Chase Donnelly, but dangerous when you get your legs tangled up. They hit the floor pretty hard, but everybody's okay. That's good news.
Yep. So Bulldogs with a 5-point advantage and the rock. Also fast in for Ombaugh. Looking down low, Wilkinson, and they do a great job of a double team that time and intercept the entry pass. Slusarski, spin move top of the key. Here's Young looking inside against the man-to-man. Negebauer out front. On a backdoor cut and 3 seconds. I thought maybe they would call a hold because Griswold was cutting to the basket, but a 3-second violation.
And Turner Thompson got called for the 3, and I think he just had 1 foot a little bit inside the free throw line in the lane. He wasn't like he was camped out underneath the buck at that time.
Right. So Wilkinson left side for Ombaugh. Nice floater to the goal, turns the corner at the block and scores off the window. Ombaugh with 5, and Coach Dave Hollenbeck has seen enough, and he's going to call a timeout, and he is a little bit irritated with his kids right now. So with 1:43 to play in quarter number 1, it is Desmet 9, St. Thomas More 2. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Live Ticket TV.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Well, Timothy John, you never cease to amaze me.
Well,
Baron Slusarski is the young son of Mitch, the aforementioned shooting guard for the Miners of South Dakota Tech.
does that date me that I called his play-by-play in the old SDIC conference?
Wow.
Ouch,
Wow.
ouch, ouch, ouch. He could shoot it,
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Slusarski. He could put him in the hole.
Yeah, if he was in bounds, he was in range. All right, after the one-sided conversation from Coach Hollenbeck, three-pointer from the top of the key will not stay. And the Bulldogs will bring it up the floor with Ombaugh. Right side for Fast. Fast clears himself, takes a little jumper from the free throw line, no good. Wilkinson tries to put it back up and in. That one won't go. And the rebound to the Cavaliers, and clearing it is Negebauer. Here's Griswold from the baseline, good. Holden Griswold will knock the points down, and that's a much-needed hoop for St. Thomas More. We played over 7 minutes, and it's a 9-4 Desmet lead.
Yeah, as tough as it's been for St. Thomas More to score, they're hanging right in there.
Yeah, they are. Ombaugh free throw, or should say top of the key 3 won't go, but then a rebounding foul on Grant Wilkinson. A little over-aggressive on the box out. Wilkinson picks up the foul, his first.
Yeah, pretty good job by Lee Negebauer to stay with him, even though he's given up about 5-6 inches there.
Yep. And a few dozen pounds probably too.
Yeah.
Now at half court, big scramble for it and a lot of contact. Ball's on the floor. Desmet comes away with the 50-50 ball, and let's see if they want to hold for one, because the shot clock is off. Nope. Fast for 3. Got it.
Nice ball movement there too. Boy, you love to see that hustle on the floor. You had like 5 guys diving on the floor after that last loose ball. Both these teams so well coached, great programs.
Yep. Boy, Slusarski's been on to big time, and he tries to get a pass cross court, and it goes out of bounds. And so with 5.4 seconds to go, DeSmet will have a chance at a last shot here, leading by 8. Here's Onbaugh. Lobs it down low for Wilkinson, too high and off his fingertips. And into the second row of the baseline bleachers. So Susarski will get it in bounds. Griswold shot way short at the end of the first quarter. DeSmet by 8 after 1. Your score of the Bulldogs of DeSmet 12. The Cavaliers of St. Thomas More 4. We're back in a minute on Live Ticket TV.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, your local Farmers Union insurance agent was there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. More choices, great rates, local agents.
For more information on how Farmers Union Insurance can help you, contact Zach and David in Mitchell.
Well, one of the cool things about sitting here at the scoring table, or the officials table, if you will, we have St. Thomas More right next to us here, and one of their assistant coaches is sitting right next to me and kind of listening in a little bit. Not only did Mitch Lusarski play at South Dakota Tech, he also played professionally in Poland, which I didn't know.
I did not do that play-by-play.
But if there's anybody that could, it'd be you, Doc.
They never invited me to go over there.
All right, here we go at the start of the second quarter. DeSmet with a basketball and an 8-point lead and a turnover. Trying to put brakes on too quick, George Jensen, and got wrong-footed.
Boy, St. Thomas had a tough quarter, Rod. 2 of 12 from the field.
Yikes.
Versus 5 of 11 for DeSmet in that first quarter.
Yeah. Well, DeSmet getting after it defensively, and they're not allowing much breathing room of anything. Here's Young with it. Right side now for Lusarski. Griswold. Here's Young. Thompson, little fall away, hangs on the rim, rattles out, no good. Boy, that's tough luck right there.
Yeah.
Wilkinson clears. Here's Onbaugh between the circles for Carlson. Boy, Negebauer and Wilkinson really battling downstairs. And Wilkinson's first shot wouldn't go, second one wouldn't stay. And it's going to be out of bounds back to St. Thomas More. Van Rigemorter checks back in, replacing Wilkinson. And about a minute in second quarter, DeSmet by 8 and the ball. Jensen now for Fast. Van Rigemorter for Onbaugh. Oh, big pick at the top of the key, and we're going to have an offensive foul. Yeah, they called Van Rigemorter. He was standing there, but the problem is he kind of extended his arms a little bit after the pick was set, and that's why they called him for the foul, his first. See if St. Thomas More can get a little offense going here in this second quarter. Only 4 points in the first quarter. It's not going to win you a lot of games. Lusarski for Young. And pass onto the wing, deflected out of bounds. Caden shows why his last name is Fast. He got out there in a hurry and knocked that one away. Cavaliers will keep it. Thompson brings to the right for Young. On top of the key, Lusarski, short, no good. Young offensive rebound, in amongst traffic. That one won't stay. Falls off the front of the rim, and the rebounding foul will be called on the Cavaliers. Donnie Kaiser says it's going to be on number 5, Peyton Young. Teams first of the second quarter. Again, high school basketball this year, 5 fouls per quarter and not the 7.5. And no more 1-and-1 opportunities. It's all 2 shots after the 5th foul. Oh, nice pass, and wide open is Caden Fast, underneath the basket. Well, he got lost in the shuffle there as Fast had an easy layup. You won't find him any easier than that one.
Yeah, and a good look by Van Regenmorter to get him the basketball that time, too.
Now whistling a foul on ball at half court. A little overzealous on the defense. Commits personal foul, his first. First, team second. So St. Thomas More will inbound in front of the Smet bench. Slusarski goes back into backcourt. Weaving back and forth now in the high post. Negebauer cutting to the basket is Griswold, and he has his shot blocked out of bounds from behind.
Yeah, nice recovery by Onbaugh because he was beat to the basket that time. And you're probably not giving DeSmet enough credit for the defense they're playing. They're working hard on their man-to-man.
Here's Griswold, little fall away, and we're going to get an offensive foul. I think he either pushed off or used a hook, but in any event, he's going to be called for an offensive foul.
Looked like that forearm came up a little bit when he was turning to put that shot up. And as you said, pushed off just enough. But you feel for St. Thomas More a little bit here. They're working awfully hard, and they just cannot get that ball to fall in the basket.
Yep. Wilkinson, left side on ball. Underneath the basket, looking for Jensen. Jensen cutting to the basket. It goes off his hands and out of bounds off the end line. Yeah, St. Thomas More with only 4 points in the first, 11 minutes of the game. Fortunate to only be down 10. Here's Negebauer in the corner. Slusarski, long one for 3, going to be short. Gets his own rebound though. Takes a little floater off the glass. Good. Counted, and he's fouled. That is great hustle to follow your shot, and he'll go to the line for 1 after the foul on George Jensen. Follow your shot, fundamentals.
Yep. And they just need a couple of those outside shots to go. If they do that, they can hang in here a little bit.
Yep. Tough sledding thus far.
Yeah, it's just tough for them to dribble drive that ball to the basket because DeSmet's played so well 1-on-1 defensively.
Here's Fast for 3, and he got it. Second 3-pointer for Caden Fast today. He has 8 points. And I was just about to say St. Thomas More was back to within 7, but that was quickly erased, and it's a 10-point game again. Here's Donnelly. Bounce pass down on the block. Thompson fakes his man in the air with the left hand and scores. Nice move by Turner Thompson, averaging 13 a game. His first points of the day. And we're halfway through quarter number 2 and a 17-9 Bulldog lead. Boy, Ombaugh almost carried it. Now 3-pointer from the corner up and no good by Fast. Offensive rebound put up no good by Carlson and a foul. Josh Kemp going to call the foul on Holden Griswold, his second. So 2 shots upcoming for Britt Carlson, a 65% free throw shooter coming in. And the first one rattles the cage and goes through it.
Got a nice rebound by Carlson that time. Got great position. He was on the weak side as that shot went up from the right corner, but boxed his man out just perfectly.
Second one falls off no good. Nine-point game, under 4 to play in the second quarter of game number 4 of our outstanding 8-game lineup today for the Hanson Classic here at the Corn Palace. Thompson Fall away with a jumper from the top of the key. Won't go too strong. Offensive rebound, Negebauer. That one won't go. And a big fellow, Wilkinson, clears the carom. Here's Fast, crossover dribble. Free throw line pass into the corner for Carlson. Now three-pointer is going to skip off, no good by Jensen. And a putback up and good by Wilkinson. Grant Wilkinson with the offensive rebound putback. An 11-point game, and now a steal. Here's a layup, and Tom Onbaugh will pick that one up. So just like that, it goes from 7 points up to 13 in just a blink of an eye. And now another steal. Bad pass intercepted. Here's Onbaugh in the corner. Thinks the three, takes the three, misses it. Offensive rebound, though, on the backside, Carlson, and he'll be fouled. That was called on Chase Donnelly. His first personal foul. 4th team foul on St. Thomas More here in the quarter. Still 2:45 left to go in it. Onbaugh in the corner for Fast. Jump pass down low. Wilkinson just muscles his way to the goal. Can't stop that.
Yeah, not much you can do right there if you're Negebauer. He just pushed him right back underneath the basket.
Yep. 15-point game again. Little 8-0 spurt. And now a bad pass into the backcourt, and it's going to go out of bounds. Boy, St. Thomas More just cannot find any rhythm because DeSmet is just in your grill.
Yep. Yeah, I can't remember a shot, unless it was a putback rebound, maybe a couple of those, that they didn't have a hand in their face.
Yep.
I mean, no easy shots.
And another entry pass to Wilkinson. He just stands there, catches it by the rim, turns and shoots, and he has 6. And whistle and the backcourt and a foul. Caden Fast will pick that one up.
Yeah, almost had the steal, just got there a little bit late with the contact.
10-0 run right now by DeSmet as they're going to bring Jensen back in and Carlson will leave. Meanwhile, for Coach Dave Hollenbeck, number 23, Broden Sales is in for the first time, a 6'2 sophomore, number 23. Looking for somebody to spark this offense. They played 14 minutes and have scored 9 points. Here's Griswold. Negebauer, three-pointer, back of the rim, no good. Long rebound, Wilkinson. Onbaugh gets a big pick at the high post. It's a heck of a collision there. Van Rigemorter. Skip pass left side for Fast. Fast in the lane, turns the corner, layup, no good. Nice move, just couldn't finish. And Griswold will bring it across with 90 seconds to play. Here's Thompson for a three, kaboom! Turner Thompson knocks down his first 3 of the day. He has 5 points total. And with 1:15 to play here until halftime, DeSmet with the ball, but the pass too high for Wilkinson. And here comes a turnover. St. Thomas More wants to run. Alley-oop pass in the lane, deflected, and Thompson got it back. The shot was blocked.
Yeah, George Jensen way up there to reject that one.
Yep. But when you're struggling offensive like that, I'm not sure you want to get that kind of fancy. Here's a high-low pass, and Wilkinson will be fouled. Wilkinson 6'8", and he's only a sophomore. So Griswold picks up his 3rd. And Wilkinson to the line, the 60% free throw shooter. And the first one good.
Yeah, and that's a big reason St. Thomas More has not been able to get anything really around 10 feet of the basket. You got 6'8" and 6'6" with Wilkinson and Jensen in there, and they're ready to contest anything that's down low. And so far, I think just 1 3 has gone in for the Cavaliers in the ballgame.
Yep. Turner Thompson hit that one earlier. Yeah, it's a 16-point game right now, and not that long ago it was 14-7.
Ooh,
and a
nice
steal in the
play.
backcourt, and again, Caden Fast is right there. Johnny on the spot. Well, I think that the halftime visit in the St. Thomas More locker room will not be pleasant. Here's Van Rigemorter, good. After the steal at half court, Van Rigemorter will score his first 2 points. Just like that, it's a 20-point game. And here's another pass, almost a steal this time. It's knocked out of bounds by Britt Carlson at side court. Shot clock is off with 17.2 seconds to go.
But this just in, Rod. DeSmet's pretty good.
Yeah, I got that memo.
They are pretty dang good.
Yeah.
With size, with quickness all over the floor.
Yep.
I guess that's why they're ranked number 2, huh?
Right. 3-time state champs. And
Yeah.
They look like they have the gloves on to defend. Here's Peyton Young, couple crossover dribbles to Griswold in the corner for 3. Good! Holden Griswold for 3. Long shot at the buzzer, too strong. And we're at halftime. St. Thomas More hung in there, got to within 7. But then a big spurt at the end of the first half for DeSmet. And the Bulldogs lead it by 17. Our score at halftime, DeSmet 32, St. Thomas More 15. We'll be right back with the totals of the first half and a recap of the first 3 games when we come back on Live Ticket TV after this 2-minute break.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Whether it's dusk or dawn, the Farm Mutual Group of South Dakota has you covered. They are your local insurance company that has been around for 140 years. Since 1883, they have been putting their neighbors first and will continue to do so. They carry farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Give Andrew or Ryan a call today at 605-583-4211 to see how they can help you with your insurance need and go the extra mile to save you money.
We're at halftime of game number 4 from the 42nd annual Hanson Corn Palace Classic. And DeSmet in dominating fashion thus far, leading St. Thomas More 32-15. DeSmet led 12-4 after 1 and up that to a 32-15 advantage. St. Thomas More actually got back to within 7 at one point, but then DeSmet went on a big run, including a 13-0 stretch at one time, and the Bulldogs lead it by 17, 32-15. A couple of factors in this one, I think, and Tim Smith will have the stat sheet over here in just a little bit, but I can tell you right now that cold shooting by St. Thomas More and turnovers by St. Thomas More, both of those factors were triggered by DeSmet defense. I mean, they are just flat out getting after it all over the floor, and it's giving St. Thomas More's offense fits. They can't get any open looks, and when they do, they're just not falling. And when you have that combination against the quality team of DeSmet, that's not a good combination indeed. Caden Fast leads the way scoring for the Bulldogs. He has 10 in the first half, 8 for Grant Wilkinson off the bench, the big 6'8 sophomore, and then 7 points for Tom Onbaugh. The rest of the scoring, 3 for Britt Carlson, 2 each for Trace Van Rigemorter and George Jensen. George Jensen averages 13 points a ball game, held to just 2 in the first half of play, but Caden Fast averaging 10 is at 10. Wilkinson averaging 12, he's at 8 thus far. Meanwhile, for St. Thomas More, Holden Griswold and Turner Thompson are the 2 leaders with 5 points apiece. Turner Thompson averaging 13 has just 5. Lee Negebauer averaging 10 has not scored as of yet. Holden Griswold off the bench also has 5. Peyton Young with 2, and Baron Slusarski with a old-fashioned 3-point play with a bucket and a free throw for his 3 points. And again, Tim has the stat sheet in his hand, and I went out on a limb and said that it's probably cold shooting and turnovers that have been the factor here. Am I right?
Well, you're pretty close. Actually, the turnovers are not that bad, but it is the cold shooting. St. Thomas More, just 24%, 6 of 25, and I think the thing that really is hurting is the fact that they've only made 2 threes, and you look at that size on the floor, they got to hit the outside shot, but St. Thomas More's made just 2 of 12 threes in the first half, so that is really hurt. Even though Smet has also only made 2 threes, but they've only taken 6, and of course they've gotten the ball inside a lot more. So the shooting, 52% for Smet, 13 of 25, and 6 of 25, just 24% for St. Thomas More. There you have it. Again, each has hit a couple of threes. Free throws, Smet is 4 for 5. St. Thomas More only got to the line 1 time, made that 1 free throw. The rebounds, maybe not as different as you would think, 18-14 in favor of Smet, but actually St. Thomas More has got 1 more offensive rebound than does Smet 6-5, so they're working hard. And then the turnovers, too many. St. Thomas More has 13, but Smet also has 10. So they've turned it over quite a bit as well. It's just that shooting, and especially the outside shooting, that's been the problem.
Yep. I knew St. Thomas More had a lot of turnovers. I guess I didn't realize that Smet had 10 in the first half, but in any event, it's got to be corrected somehow. I mean, again, credit the Smet defense, because they just get after you 94 feet all over the place, and if you can't get any open looks, and then when you do, you can't knock them down, that's a bad combination.
Yeah, it is. And again, excuses, not making excuses, but you've got a guy that's averaging 20 points that's hurt, that is not playing. That makes a big difference for your team.
Yep, indeed. Wyatt Glitton is that guy, and he has a knee injury, and they are cautiously optimistic about his return, but still in doubt right now.
Yeah, indeed. Let me recap real quickly our first 3 games of the day, if we can. In Game 1, right down to the wire, Hanson pulls out a 66-64 win over Clark Willow Lake, led by a big performance, 32 points out of Jace Slava on the day. Meanwhile, 8th grader Sully Felberg for Clark Willow Lake. Whew, I'm going to say he's going to be good. No, he's good right now. 24 points for Sully Felberg in that game. In Game 2, a good close one. Gregory outlasting Ipswich 55-51. Gregory was led by the big guy, Daniel Mitchell, 21 points and 11 rebounds. And on the other side, Jace Concert, 27 points. He was 7 of 14 on his threes to lead the way for Ipswich. And I should mention they had a double-double out of Trevor Hines, too. He had 15 points and 13 rebounds. And then the game right before this one, it was Howard defeating Winner by a final score of 54-43. Luke Kepsel had 15 points. Colt Kepsel, who got his nose bashed in late in the fourth quarter, could not finish the game, had a double-double, 14 points, 10 rebounds for Colt. And on the other side, Craven Carter, a freshman, 9th grader, really nice game. He had 15 points. And the big fella underneath, Sean Hammerbeck, 12 points and 9 rebounds. Again, 54-43. Howard, the winner in that one. Coming up after this game, you got another good matchup with number 4 in Class A, Sioux Valley, against honorable mention, Rapid City Christian. 8-1, Rapid City Christian, 9-0 for the Cossacks of Sioux Valley. So looking forward to that one, but we've still got another half of this one to go. Let's take a break. We will come back to the 42nd annual Hanson Boys Basketball Classic after this 2-minute timeout.
Triatel is a telecommunications company that serves over 10 small communities.
And just because you live in a small community doesn't mean that you can't get good service.
For me, it's really important to be able to work remotely here in the country.
If you live in the Triatel service area and you're looking for a good, reliable, high-speed internet connection, we've served our members for 65 years and we're going to be serving you long into the future.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Okay, we'll start the third quarter of play. St. Thomas More with some work to do. And they'll start the second half with Griswold, Slusarski, Thompson, Negebauer, and Young.
And Rod, just a note, again, halftime they present scholarship awards. We had one young man get one here, Trace Van Regenmorter of the Smet. So congratulations to him.
Nice. So, that young man will join his starting five with Tom Onbaugh, Caden Fast, Britt Carlson, and George Jensen. To start the third quarter of play, St. Thomas More with a hole to dig out of. Slusarski with it on the high post now for Negebauer. Griswold comes out to take a three, too strong, and Van Regenmorter will rip away a rebound. Van Regenmorter, ball above his head, looking inside. Now for Fast. Going baseline, underneath the basket. Jensen, he'll score. Nice position inside and nice pass on the assist. 34-15. Griswold, how about a three from the left wing? Got it! Holden Griswold with his second three-pointer today. Had one in the second quarter and one now here in the third. Gonna have to get a few more of those to start reining in if you're a Cavaliers fan. Here's Fast, right side for Onbaugh. Jensen, up to the top for Fast. Onbaugh with 9 to shoot. St. Thomas More playing good defense. Kicking into the corner. How about a three for Carlson? Short. And St. Thomas More gets a stop, and here comes Griswold front court. Young spin move, hangs in the air, rejected inside by Britt Carlson. Get that shot out of here, he says. So it stays 34-18. Jensen underneath the basket over Negebauer, too strong. Rebound Thompson. Thompson with it, right-hand side now for Slusarski. Slusarski, just a freshman. Negebauer, Griswold, how about another one? Nope. And rebound tapped around a couple of times. St. Thomas More comes away with it. Thompson for three, got it! Let's go! Turner Thompson, the 6'5" senior left-hander, knocks down his second three. He has 8 points. 13-point game. They got it to as much as 20 late in the first half, but St. Thomas More chipping away at it. Here's Thompson in the lane, rattles it in, or Jensen we should say, rattles it in good. George Jensen with a little turnaround in the lane, 6 points for him. and a steal by Fast. He'll go into the lane, uses his body to shield off the defender, and he was fouled with a chance at a three-point play. Foul was called on Peyton Young, his second. Donley's going to check in, replacing Peyton Young. And Caden Fast to the free throw line for the first time today. Looking for point number 13. Nope. Slusarski across the timeline. Wide open Griswold. How about a three now over there? No good. Rebound battled around, and St. Thomas More comes away with it. Good job there to keep it alive, Donley. Now a three from the top, good by Slusarski. And the three-pointer is starting to fall. 14-point game. St. Thomas More just keeps chipping away at it, get a few shots to fall. Have a chance to try to crawl back into this thing. Here's Jensen in the lane, he'll be fouled. Foul was called on Lee Negebauer, his first. Second team foul on St. Thomas More, and to the free throw line will be George Jensen. And the free throw off the back. Jensen hasn't made any decisions yet on where he wants to go to school to play football, but he's going to. And second free throw, that one is no good as well. So Jensen can't advance the 14-point advantage. Here come the Cavs. Negebauer for Thompson. Thompson the three, good! Turner Thompson with his third three of the quarter, his second of the quarter, third of the game. He has 11 points, and it's an 11-point game. It was 20 at one time in the second quarter. Oh, three-pointer from the left wing, that's good by Britt Carlson. Carlson with 6. That takes it back to a 14-point game again. Griswold, they get it across the timeline with Slusarski. Thompson, how about another one? This one's short this time, but an offensive rebound by Negebauer in the corner. He's double teamed, gets it away to Thompson, cutting to the goal, and Thompson will score. Thompson having a big third quarter, 13 points on the game, but 8 of those here in the first 4.5 minutes of the second half. Here's Fast, and his pass along the baseline going to be deflected. Loose ball, still no control, and now a whistle and a foul. Going to be calling the foul on George Jensen, his second personal foul, team's first. But don't look now, but St. Thomas More back within 12 with the ball. See what they can draw up here, if they can get a bucket to make it an even 10, or what they'll do here. Thompson, right side for Donley. High-low pass to the block, and a too high for Negebauer, intercepted by Van Rigemorter. On ball, starting a drive, spin move, baby hook, no good, but a foul. Boy, 100 miles an hour stop on a dime, spin with 9 cents change. And the foul was called on Chase Donley. And for Donley, that's his 4th personal foul. Free throws upcoming for Tom Onbaugh. First one, no good. Peyton Young back in for St. Thomas More. Wilkinson is back in for Smet. And the second free throw, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds off of Van Rigemorter. So it stays a 12-point game. Ooh, and almost a travel in backcourt as Griswold just about drug the foot. And Slusarski gets it to Griswold in front of us here at the scoring table. Griswold in the corner. Three-pointer on the way by Negebauer. That one won't go. And the rebound run down by Fast. Van Rigemorter tried to bounce pass in the lane, but great anticipation to intercept it, and Negebauer will cause the turnover. Slusarski, little floater in the lane. No. Boy, St. Thomas More has had 3 or 4 opportunities here to make it a 10-point game or less and not been able to do it. Van Regemorter rattles into 3 from the corner. Van Regemorter knocks down the 3 and a timeout by head coach Jeff Gruenhagen. And DeSmet back up by 15. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. DeSmet by 15. We're back in a minute with the Hanson Corn Palace Classic on Live Ticket TV. Oh boy, can't be fun at the old ball game, can you, kids? Well, unfortunately, DeSmet having a little bit more fun than St. Thomas More is right now, but kids are fighting. They're battling. And when you're taking against one of the quality teams in the state, 3-time defending state champs of Class B, and they have no signs of slowing down, you got to have some things go your way. All right, Slusarski with it. Here's a shot in the lane, partially blocked by Wilkinson, but the rebound inside is taken by Broden Sales. That one is going to be rejected out of there. St. Thomas More will keep it. 4 on the shot clock. Slusarski from 3-point land, way out there. Missed everything. Sales tried to put it up. That one wouldn't get over the rim, and DeSmet will clear it up the floor with 90 seconds to play here in the third. Jensen, lob pass down low. Slusarski does a nice job to intercept that pass for Wilkinson. 3-pointer by Griswold won't go. Negebauer had the rebound, knocked away from him. Negebauer falls to the floor. Wilkinson secures it, gets it up the floor for Onbaugh, who drives into the lane and scores. Tom Onbaugh with 9 points. Just like that, it's back to 17 again. Down under a minute to play here in the third. Entry pass Negebauer, tries to go up over Wilkinson. That's not going to work very often. It didn't that time. And here's Onbaugh with it. About 11-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Onbaugh zips a pass in lane to Wilkinson. He tries a wraparound pass. It's going to go out of bounds. And they're going to say it was off of DeSmet guy. All right. So Cavaliers get it back, 27.5 to go in the third. See if they've got some ideas for the fourth quarter. Nope, they turn it over. Onbaugh can't get the wild shot to go in the lane. Pinballed around is the rebound. It goes out of bounds off the Cavaliers. Got to take better care of the ball if you want to try to get back in this thing. They had it down to 12 on 3 occasions, or 3 possessions, down 12 and couldn't get any closer. Right side, Wilkinson tries a pass across the lane. It's deflected, but DeSmet gets it back. Here's Jensen. Loses control on the way up, grabs it in the air, and still scores as he rattles it home for his 8th point. And we reach the end of the third quarter of play. You know things are going well when that happens for you. And with 8 minutes remaining from the Corn Palace in game number 4 of the 42nd annual Hanson Corn Palace Classic, it is DeSmet 48, St. Thomas More 29. We're back in a minute on Live Ticket TV.
To solve the world's most challenging problems, there must be harmony between human and nature. We already know the beat. It's time to compose a new melody. Sustainable plant-based solutions by Poet are getting us back in rhythm with nature.
Well, we'll start the fourth quarter of play. Coming up, the game after hours would be another private school out of Rapid City. Rapid City Christian coming up, and Tim Smith is making his final preparations for that one. We'll give you a little interesting tidbit on that game in just a bit. And we'll take a look at some third quarter numbers after a stoppage here as well. And here's Ombaugh for three, right-hand wing, no good. Rebound tipped a couple times. And Jensen will get it out to Fast for a three. That's off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound and a foul. All right, Timmy, what do you got?
Yeah, well, you'd about as expect what we're going to have shooting-wise. 27% for St. Thomas More, 11 of 41 versus 59% for Smet, 20 out of 34. So they're really shooting the ball well also. The rebounds are dead even at 24 apiece. 17 turnovers St. Thomas More versus 13 for Smet. So those aren't really your telling factors, but it's all about shooting the ball right now.
Yep. And when you get easy shots like that underneath the basket for George Jensen, that's why your percentage is going to be up there. Got position, easy layup. 50-29. Again, at one point in the third quarter, it was down to 7. But Smet has flexed their muscles. St. Thomas More just trying anything and everything to get back into this thing. Here's Thompson for three. That'll help. Turner Thompson having a game. That is his fourth three-pointer of the day, and 11 points of his 16 have come here in the second half.
Yeah, he's 4 of 9 from the three-point line on the day.
Yep. Here's Onbaugh. Right side for Fast. Side for Carlson. Bounce pass down on the block, and good idea, but it zings past Wilkinson and out of bounds. So the minute and a half gone by here in the fourth. Here's a 2-on-1 break, and nice stop by Peyton Young. Shot wouldn't go. Wilkinson secures yet another rebound. Probably see a few reserves in this one, and if so, a couple of interesting tidbits about some of the young kids if they get a chance to play. Here's Jensen in the lane, powers his way to the goal, won't go, and a rebound to Thompson. 5:50 left. This is game number 4 of the day. The first 3 were very good competitive games, and unfortunately for St. Thomas More, folks, this one has not been. Nice pass underneath for Fast. Little baby hook, tried to get it to Wilkinson underneath. First looked like a shot, then we saw it was a pass, and well,
I think it was a pass. It just hit the underside of the rim.
Yeah. Here's Slusarski. Leaves the left-hand side, and a three-pointer by Peyton Young won't go. And Wilkinson yet another rebound. I was telling you earlier that Rapid City Christian plays in the game after ours. There's 5 young men on the team with the last name Kiefer.
I'm studying my Kiefers right now.
Yeah, so if you start hearing first names, it's probably a Kiefer.
Got 2 sets of brothers and a cousin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, with 5:05 remaining, substitutions coming in both sides. St. Thomas More is going to bring in Declan Duffy. Yep. Declan Duffy.
Gee, where'd that name come from for St. Thomas?
Yeah, a shock that I see a Duffy name at St. Thomas More. This is one of Dan's kids, of course. And he's in, number 12. Shot in the lane won't go for Smet. St. Thomas More will pull down the rebound. Slusarski gets it off now for Donnelly. Donnelly for Thompson. Shot in the lane blocked by Jensen, but a foul. So is Declan the last Duffy kid coming through? He is. Wow. What are you guys going to do without the Duffy family? You got another family to fill the deal or what? They just ran out, they said. Grandkids, there you go.
Yeah.
Just keep them churning, right?
There have been enough of them that they might be old enough now to just keep them coming.
Boy, isn't that the truth? All right, Turner Thompson hits the free throw, 17 points for him.
Yeah, I'll tell you, some pretty good memories of watching Mr. Dan Duffy play on this floor here at the Corn Palace.
Yep.
The backboards weren't square at that time, I don't think. And there was no three-point line on the floor, but yeah, I don't think he shot anything inside the three-point line anyway.
Probably not. Yeah, and then watching his girls come up through the St. Thomas More ranks and then at the University of South Dakota and different places. Yeah, it's one of the great basketball families in South Dakota for sure.
For sure.
What would be fun sometime is to have a family reunion basketball tournament. You know, the Krogmans would be in it. The Yackleys would be in it.
The Morgans.
That's not bad. The Millers would be pretty good.
Millers would be pretty good.
Duffy's would be all right.
Yeah. Wow.
Wouldn't that be great? Driving the lane, deflected and away from Britt Carlson. Slusarski for three on the right wing. That one won't go. And the rebound to Onbaugh. Desmet wants to push again. Bounce pass up the floor. Here's Carlson. Waits for the defense to go by, and he scores. 52-34, halfway through quarter number 4. Slusarski top of the key now for Negebauer. Here's Duffy. Left side Thompson. His 19-footer goes 18, and Wilkinson underneath will clear it. Roden Sale's going to check in just a moment. It looks like Desmet's going to start bringing some of their young men off the bench as well. And a whistle away from the ball. And a timeout called by Desmet. Chance for some young kids to get in for the Bulldogs. They will bring in number 35, Tristan Olson. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout. We'll take a short 30-second break as well on Live Ticket TV.
For nearly 80 years, Security State Bank has been offering the financial services to meet personal and business needs. From starting your first checking account, getting a loan to build your business, or planning ahead with a retirement account, you'll find Security State Bank is there to help you reach your financial goals. For a strong financial partner to meet your needs, it's Security State Bank in Alexandria, Spencer, and Montrose. Member FDIC.
Well, big sports day here in South Dakota, of course, with the Hanson Corn Palace Classic. Basketball on the college level today, the State U.
I wasn't even going to go there for you.
Well, I can. I'm a gracious loser.
All right.
I've come to live with it. The men's game today at the Sanford Coyote Sports Center in Vermilion. South Dakota State 73, University of South Dakota 55. There's a layup. Caden Fast will go into the lane and score.
Ladies tonight, what time does that start?
6 o'clock from Frost, yes.
Okay, there you go.
Yep. And Hanson Classic here, and of course State U weekend. NFL football going on as well. We'll get you a score in just a little bit. They're underway, and here's a jumper by Holden Griswold up and good. He has 10.
You know, I was just looking too because I got the Castlewood game coming up a little bit later on tonight.
Yep.
Number 1 in B, you're watching the Desmet Bulldogs. Number 2 in B, they play in Desmet Monday night. Castlewood de Smet.
Oh, my.
Might want to make a trip up there.
I was thinking I'm going to have to tell the Queen I'm busy Monday night.
Yeah, that would be a good one to watch.
Holy moly. Yeah, you don't get it much better than that. Here's Griswold now for Duffy. Duffy takes the high arching jumper. Good. Well, another Duffy scoring in the Corn Palace. And it's 54-39. Pass on the high post is intercepted, knocked away in a steal. Max Speed checked in the last dead ball as well. Max, a 6-foot sophomore. And in the lane, deflected, loose ball, whistle, and do we have a timeout? Yep, I believe so, yep. St. Thomas More will call a timeout. So you have Max Speed on the St. Thomas More squad. You have Caden Fast on the Smet side.
Love it.
I know it. The other thing, and I don't know if we'll get a chance to call his name or not, so I want to make sure that I do. For De Smet, they have a young man that is a 6'2 junior guard, a foreign exchange student from France.
Ooh.
Melville Delavoie.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, Delavoie.
That just rolled right off your tongue.
I know it. I've been practicing that ever since Coach told me how to say it. Melville Delavoie. I'm not sure if we'll get a chance to see him in the game or not.
He's got to get in. Got to say he played at the Corn Palace.
I know it. Everybody back in France would just be jealous.
You wanted an update on football about halfway through the first quarter. Ravens 3, Houston Texans 0. So 3's up.
Okay. All right, here's Duffy with it after the timeout. Griswold sets, fires a 3. No. And a long rebound out front. Tristan Olsen. I mentioned him, 6'1 junior. And Duffy knocks it into the backcourt. Good defense, and he's not quitting. Neither is Griswold as he knocks it away at side court. Well, St. Thomas More will bring in a new man as well. They'll bring in Josh Elder, a 5'11 freshman, or 5'11 sophomore, we should say. And Hayden High is a 5'11 sophomore who just briefly forgot he has to check in. Coaches remind him of that, but
well, he pointed at you, but I don't think that's official to get in.
No, we better not. Pass in the lane, and Jensen can't get the shot to fall. Here's Carlson, little baby hook, floater, no good. And the rebound, Slusarski with 1:39 remaining. Slusarski a long 3, gonna be short, no good. And Ombaugh will run down the rebound, and he'll get a nice pass in the lane, count it, and the foul. Or did they call an offensive foul first? No, nope, they didn't. They called the foul on 24 Max Speed. And free throw coming for Brett Carlson as he makes the bucket, and we'll have a chance at a three-point play. Hey, there's my guy.
See?
Melville Delavoie. He's got that, supermodel flowing hair, dark complected thing going on. He's a French dude.
He's got that French look about him.
He does. He does.
You got that hair that length that makes you look faster when you run. That's why you're hindered a little bit.
That's why I'm velocity challenged. All right, so Melville Delavoie, student foreign exchange from France, in the ball game. Underneath the basket, Speed turns, fires, no good, partially blocked. We have a whistle and a held ball as Max Speed was tied up in the lane. De Smet going to bring in Gannon Henrich and also number 41 Sam Gigov, number 31 Noah Luthmers, freshman. I think I got everybody that is in the ball game now. Here's Speed in the lane, up and no good, or high we should say. Here's a young man, we haven't said his name, Ryan Negebauer, 3, good.
Yeah.
Ryan Negebauer with 3, getting in the ball game, 57-42. Here's Delavoye. And Edgar Wilkinson is in. Delavoye for a 3, no good. Well, now he's going to be in the scoring book, too. Even though he didn't score, he took a shot.
And I want his
Box
shoes, too.
Oh, they're awesome, aren't they?
They are. They're French designer, I think.
I'll go with that. Here's a drive layup, count the basket and the foul. And Broden Sales will go to the line. That was called on Delavoye. See, if I hadn't have said his name, he wouldn't have got in. Now, I said his name before he got in. Now we're saying it all the time.
I know. It's going to be stuck in my head all night long.
I know. So 25 seconds remaining. And DeSmet is going to move their record to 10-2 on the season.
With Castlewood coming Monday.
Oh, boy. You think the tickets will be at a premium for that one?
You better get there early.
Yeah, joint will be jumping. Here's a drive into the lane, a lot of contact and an offensive foul. And Gannon Heinrich will pick up the personal foul. Just 3 team fouls for each. And the Cavaliers will bring it across and they will drop their record to 8-3. And your final score is going to read DeSmet 57 and St. Thomas More 45. With the win, DeSmet moves to 10-2. St. Thomas More drops to 8-3. We'll take a break. We will come back and tell you who our MVPs and players of the game are. We'll give you the scoring summary and stats and more coming up in just a couple of minutes. You're watching the 42nd annual Hanson Corn Palace Classic, back in 2 minutes on Live Ticket TV.
Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek in Howard, and Valley Station in Armour are your 100% locally owned team of agronomy experts. We offer Agronomy 365, which provides info in real time to make decisions that result in better, more profitable farming. We know you and your operation with service beyond compare. Get a jump on spring planning with Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek in Howard, and Valley Station in Armour. We are ag done right, the American way.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
Well, game number 4 is in the books, and DeSmet at one point led by 21. And down the stretch, some reserves in, and DeSmet easily with a 57-45 victory over St. Thomas More. They led 12-4 after one, 32-15 at halftime, and ends up a 12-point margin, 57-45. Scoring summary, we should say, for DeSmet. 3 players in double figures, led by Caden Fast with 14, Britt Carlson with 11, and MVP for DeSmet, George Jensen, ends up with 10 on the day. Meanwhile, for St. Thomas More, 18 for Turner Thompson, the St. Thomas More MVP player of the game, and Holden Griswold ends up with 10. So 3 players in doubles for DeSmet, 2 in doubles for St. Thomas More. Other than the 3 DeSmet double-figure scores, 9 points for Tom Onbaugh, 8 points for Grant Wilkinson, and 5 for Trace Van Rigemorter. Other than the 18 for Thompson and 10 for Griswold for St. Thomas More, they had 3 apiece for Broden Sales, Ryan Negebauer, Declan Duffy, 6 points for Baron Slusarski, and 2 points for Peyton Young in the ball game. 5 for Chase Donnelly, 2 points for Peyton Young in the ball game. Stats for DeSmet. In the ball game, they shoot 24 of 47 for 51.1%, 4 of 12 from the three-point line at 33%, and then 5 of 11 from the foul line at 45%. Meanwhile, St. Thomas More shoots just 28.6% from the floor, 16 of 56. They were 9 of 27 from the three-point line, but they were 4 of 4 from the foul line. Rebounds about even. DeSmet with 34 total, 8 offensive, 26 defensive. 33 rebounds for St. Thomas More, 14 offensive rebounds, 19 defensive, and 33 total. For DeSmet, they had 11 assists on 24 made baskets. They gave it away 15 times, they blocked it 5 times, and stole it 11 times. For St. Thomas More, they had 13 assists on 16 made baskets, so that's a tremendous assist to made basket turnover ratio, we should say. They turned it over 17 times, did not have a block shot, but stole it 7 times in the ball game. So there's a look at some of the numbers. And 12-4 after one, 32-15 at halftime, with that big 20-11 second quarter is what kind of blew things open here for DeSmet in their victory. So again, DeSmet will move their record to 9-2 on the season. And like Tim mentioned, they've got that big game coming up on Monday night at home against number 1 Castlewood. Boy, how about that for a matchup? And meanwhile, for St. Thomas More, they'll take the long trip home, and they will end up on Tuesday night hosting Spearfish in their game at the gym. And then they are at Rapid City Christian on Friday night as well. So they have a big matchup coming up later on next week as well.
Indeed. And don't forget, we've got Castlewood coming up just a little bit later on tonight against the number 4 ranked team in Class B, Viborg Hurley. So that will be a battle. How about that for 2 games in 3 days for Castlewood? Viborg Hurley, and then you get DeSmet.
Wow.
Woo! You better be ready.
Yeah, indeed. So that's going to wrap up game number 4 for us here today, as DeSmet wins it by the score of 57-45. Earlier today in game number 1, we had Hanson holding on for a victory 66-64 over Clark Willow Lake. Game number 2 had Gregory defeating Ipswich 55-51. Howard over Winter 54-43. And this one belongs to DeSmet, moving the record to 10-2 with a win 57-45 over St. Thomas More. We'll take a little break. When we come back, Tim Smith will get you ready to go for the number 4 team in Class A, Sioux Valley. And honorable mention in Class B, Rapid City Christian. That 4 o'clock game is going to be coming up in just a few minutes. Until then, Rod Pattison from the Corn Palace. We'll be right back with more action after this 2-minute break on Live Ticket TV.